all of the most successful people I know are rule breakers. And my biggest breakthrough in my SEO career came when I shifted from being a white hat SEO or a purist to being a gray hat SEO that was willing to break the rules. I want to talk about that shift today because regardless of what you do for a living, this can be pivotal for your career. You see, a white hat SEO is just looking to follow the rules. And in fact, they're just trying to follow Google's rules that Google created for their benefit, not for the business owner or the website owner's benefit. Whereas a gray hat SEO or a money hat SEO is just looking to do what works in Google. They're looking to figure out what are all the unique ways that we can gain an advantage in the search engine. The goal isn't just to follow the rules. The goal is to achieve an objective. And for me, I had to change because I was getting beat early in my career by people that were simply willing to take more risk than I was taking. Now, I'm not suggesting that I was doing anything illegal, that anybody else was doing anything illegal. And I would say that gray hat and black hat SEOs 99 times out of 100 are not doing things that are illegal. They're just doing things that are against what Google is suggesting. That doesn't mean that it can't be highly effective. In fact, I would say if a gray hat or a black hat is competing against a white hat, 99 times out of 100, the black hat and the gray hat are going to win. That's why all of the most competitive niches online, and when you think of whatever industry that comes to mind when you think of the most competitive niches online, they're all dominated. 100% of them, not 99%, but 100% are dominated by those who understand how to take risks, who understand that we're not going to play by Google's rules and we're going to create our own rules. We have to understand Google's rules, but ultimately at the end of the day, we have to do what's going to work because we have to feed our family. And that's how a lot of these guys actually look at it. The sooner you can go from somebody who's just looking to follow the rules to somebody who's willing to break the rules in order to win, the sooner you'll see significant success in your career. The next thing I want to talk about is being strategic with how and when you break the rules. Now, when I say that this was a big shift for me, and this happened probably over a decade ago now, I have to clarify that these days I still do what I would consider to be white hat SEO very frequently. In fact, when I get a client website or with some of my own personal websites that attribute, 50+% of my own personal income, I'm going to be pretty conservative with those. But with short-term projects that I'm looking to get off the ground, and I have maybe a more short-term view for those projects, I'm willing to be more aggressive. I'm okay if those projects only last 3 to 6 months because I can take the profits that I gain from those projects and roll them over into long-term projects. So I'm not just saying, hey, I'm just a white hat or I'm just a gray hat. I'm saying I'm both. I'm really a money hat SEO, and I want to do what's going to work today, and I want to do what I believe is going to work well into the future. And with short-term projects, I'm willing to do what's going to work today in order to fund bigger long-term projects. And if I'm just in the mindset of saying I'm going to be conservative and I'm just going to build for the future, then I miss out on a tremendous amount of profit that can be generated today in my businesses. So the way that this works practically in my life today is I use very aggressive tactics for what I would call Parasite SEO or parasite web pages. This is where you promote web pages that are on other people's websites, and this may only work for 3, 6, maybe 8 months, and the profits that I'll generate from that, from ranking highly in Google for just a couple months, I can then convert over into my main website or my main project. Because the goal with every project I build is not to just have one website ranking high in Google. It's to ultimately have the entire first page of Google's results promoting me and my company. Now, I understand 99 times out of 100, it's not possible to have all 10 of the results, but it is achievable to have 4 or 5 of the top 10 results. And the only way to get 4 or 5 of the top 10 results is if you're actually shooting for the top 10 to 20 results, because of 5, maybe 6 of those web pages are going to hit something just right in Google's algorithm, and they're going to bounce up there and you can get them into the top 5 or so spots. But the only way to do that is to have projects that are short-term focused and projects that are long-term focused. And it's a mix of the different kinds of strategies between white hat and gray hat that will get you there.